So, we're going to have a very quick quiz now, and it's going to be about symbols. Symbols, of course, are very important things that, in many cases, they give us messages beyond the simple image that we might see when we look at them. And I'm going to be looking at the children mainly for this, but if the children get stuck, then adults, please feel free to help them. And I'm going to put up a couple of symbols, and I wonder if people will be able to tell me, A, what the symbol means, and B, where it was found or where it might be found. These are all specific symbols I have taken photos of, so they did come from a specific place, but I appreciate you might see them in other places as well. So, first off, who can tell me what that symbol means? Yvette?
It's a security camera for the road. The CPSB.
Yes, it is. It is a security camera. And what does it mean? If you saw that, what do you... Slow down. Could be slow down, yeah. Any other, Theodore? Yes, you're being watched, so be on your best behavior, which may involve slowing down. Any ideas where this one was found? Elijah?
In front of a shop.
Could be in front of a shop. No, it wasn't. I think you might struggle the exact location. It was actually from Newport train station. What about this one? Does anyone recognize this symbol? I appreciate the adults might need to help out a little bit here. Phoebe? Yes, very good. It's the logo, the symbol of Newport City Council. And if you saw that on something, what do you think that might mean? Zach? Well, yes, yeah. And indeed it was. It was from the Civic Centre. So it could be a City Council building or something authorised by or related to the City Council. Okay, what about this one? This is my favourite one. And it's got nothing to do with side partings. Adrian?
Protective eyes, eye protection.
Yes, that's it.
Building sites.
Very good. Adrian's got it there. Hole in one. Wear your eye protection, and it will usually be found on a building site somewhere, as indeed this one was. What about these two? Elijah? Yes. What does it mean?
It tells you what seats are available and which seats are not available.
Yeah. I suppose I'll give you that. It means seat 48 is the window seat and 47 is the aisle. And what about this? Any takers for this one? Charles?
I think it might be a picture of the Bible.
Yes, it is. I think it's intended to be a Bible. It perhaps wasn't the clearest example I could have chosen, but it's a cross. It's a cross, and it's actually a snapshot of a cross from a book that we have at home, and it's not the Bible, but it's a Christian book. And generally speaking, wherever you see a cross, it's an indication that you're dealing with something Christian. Perhaps not always, but mostly. I would say it's almost universally recognized symbol of Christianity. And I think it's very right and proper that the cross is used in that way. Because as we'll come to think about it more in due course, it's absolutely central to our faith. Indeed, we would say the cross is central to the whole of human history. But some people might say, well, that's quite strange. Isn't it odd to have the thing on which the leader of your faith was executed, put to death, as your symbol, front and center? Doesn't it speak of failure rather than anything else? I think it doesn't. I think it symbolizes the exact opposite, in fact. And it may symbolize something slightly different for each of us, but as I was thinking about it, it made me think of life. For me, the cross symbolizes life, overcoming death, forgiveness for wrongdoing, freedom from slavery, hope of a better future, salvation to the lost, peace in a troubled world, light defeating darkness, joy in spite of suffering, love that never runs dry, sacrifice instead of self-interest, victory, not failure, victory over sin and despair, power. That may seem slightly odd or sound a bit jarring, but it's entirely biblical. The cross is powerful, and in order for it to be able to symbolize all of those other things we've just thought about, it must be powerful. And indeed, in 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 18, it says, "The message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it is the power of God." And our next hymn is on that theme, the power of the cross. It's one we have on video. I think some people will know it. But please stand and sing and have a go, even if it's not one you're familiar with.